to the hotspot on a 2G connection here, and every once in a while it becomes very digitized. But anyway, so the idea of the little red hen is those who helped go through the process of making the bread actually get to sit at the damn table. And these two brothers, Travis and Trampus, they are they are like angels to me. They happen to call at the exact right moment I needed them most. Now we have a history too, goes all the way back to middle school. And I regret that I haven't been in touch as much as I should. But I went to that Christmas mass. I was very depressed. And the thing is, I think we got there about 11. I think we left at a little bit after midnight, right up into Christmas. And I did not want it to end. Not because of because it was a union, it was a unity. These people had gathered for a solemn purpose. And I absolutely love that. Now, I'm not knocking Christianity, but it's just, I know the history of what was done to Native Americans in the name of Christ. And it's still being done. Even now, people will gather and they'll go do these missions at Pine Ridge. I mean, hell, I'm white and I wanted to rent, back when I first got divorced, had absolutely nothing. Still have absolutely nothing, but less is more. I wanted to rent, this one place uh, on one of the just the bad part of town, so to speak. And they're like, "Oh yeah, well you can rent," and it was nothing more than a camper, which I'm fine with. I can't stand to live in big places. I like small, confined, very, very basic places. And even though she didn't exactly say it this way, but she hinted at the idea that um, she didn't say I would be required to do Sunday service there with them, but she made it clear that if I didn't, it would be frowned upon. Which, of course, I could have gotten litigious about this and filed a suit against religious discrimination, blah, blah, blah. But what's the point? I mean, there is no point. But again, let me jump back on the little red hen. The thing is, those who have helped me will absolutely gain. And right now, I got to tell you, and just being honest, it does bother me that every time, and I haven't done that many podcasts. It's because I usually spend more time planning things out. I want to do something on a particular story, and by the time I go live, that story has changed. But it does bother me that I have friends who see this is set up so that when I upload a podcast, it automatically shares a link to Twitter, YouTube, unless I use some copyrighted material in it at YouTube, and but not one of my friends has ever liked any post. Oh, and Facebook, of course, it shares to Facebook. So I'm not quite sure who's listening and who doesn't. I mean, here, I'm not asking for money. I'm not asking for a place to live. Although, if I could get out of here and back to where I want to be, that would be very much helpful. Hell, I've had friends who were broke, very, very broke, and my income would have paid their entire month's rent. But even that fell through. You want to know why? Because, well, let's say they owed some people some money and their house had no longer become safe. And of course, just to move there and have a room, with them, closer to the people that I love most in this world. But it fell through, and everything kept feeling like something was keeping me from. And so I did. But like I said, I'm not asking for money, a place to live, food. I'm not asking, although Travis and Trampus, God, they grow some huge gardens. Came home and made some fried green tomatoes. Oh my God, those were great. Those were awesome. But just their friendship has carried me. You know, I love these guys. They are awesome. But there are others who all I'm asking for, see, you don't understand. I have people who have businesses. I have people who are trying to get started. And I talk to them about the idea of advertising on the show, in the podcast. Maybe give a code or something, so they can get a discount. Got a great friend over in Winchester, runs Major Dads, Greg Yates, brilliant, intelligent man. I have yet to talk to him about, but I have some great plans for his store and his website. But then I keep running into people who say I'm not, and I get it. They're not comfortable talking, doing an interview like I want to do as part of an advertisement. I get that. But right now, I'm asking for time. People want to be awake, and they have no idea. I can put two sentences on Facebook, and it can get many likes. And they talk about wanting to be awake. They want to talk about going against the system. People don't know. What I have set up all around this country is a backup plan. And that backup plan will only enhance once I become nomadic. We become nomadic. There is a major plan in the works. And right now, with Hillary and Trump, it's like a bunch of sheep trying to decide if they're going to be eaten by the wolf or the lion. And they're stressing. And people are losing friendships over their political views. I couldn't give a rat's ass who you vote for. If you're truly intelligent, in my opinion, you won't vote at all. But I mean, it's not going to help. I know it's not going to help. All of America could not vote, but one person. And that one person could decide everything. So either way, it's going downhill. Like I said, in the past, I must not have paid much of attention, but I have never seen a more embarrassing election process than this, except for Bush Jr. Now that dumbass, I mean, I actually still feel sorry for him. I do. I feel sorry for him. He was used so bad, but he skated. He skated. And he knew it. I mean, he's more, he pretends to be an idiot better than you know, I mean, see, talk about Bush, my IQ drops to his level, I guess. He was better at playing an idiot than he actually was an idiot. When he started out, he was strong. But he's the nerd who wanted to fit in with the cool kids. That's all he was. And now you got Trump and Hillary. I don't know what the hell's wrong with Bernie Sanders because that guy, he would have had my vote. I don't know what the hell's wrong with him. Why would you back? Well, of course we know why he backed off. Same medicine that sells here at the prices 3 times less in other countries. The farms, the big farms, run the countries now. The tobacco industry, big oil. We have it in our grasps to be able to utilize alternative fuels. We have had this actually for a lot longer than most people, almost 100 years. Almost as long as the damn gasoline engines we have now. Hemp is a sustainable resource. Reproduce it. 90 days it takes to grow hemp. You can make anything out of hemp. Some countries have houses built of hemp. You can make plastic bottles. You can make fuel. But it is the way of these damn idiots on this planet to destroy every damn resource. You think Mother Nature, you think nature's not going to take back? You know what would help this planet right now? The doomsday scenario. Get a 10 or 12 mile rock come hurtling in from who the hell cares? Now, a 10 or 12 mile wide rock, no, that's not going to wipe everybody out, but it sure is going to change the game. The Walking Dead is a tutorial to try to live in that. Only the strong will survive. But what needs to happen to this planet? Damn right, an EMP, a natural pulse from a quasar or something, and still maintain the strength to wipe out first everything electronic. That's going to weed out over half of the population of the planet right there. I mean, I'm sorry. I know it's mean to say that, what needs to happen on this planet is innocent people die. I know it is. And the planet will always reclaim itself. Life will always exist. We can't be pompous enough to think that it doesn't exist anywhere else. I've been yapping for 48 minutes here, give or take, but I'm not going to stop because it doesn't matter to me. I have a 3-hour limit on each podcast. I can keep going. Hell, this is available for download. You can download it, listen to it later. But and I will say, if people want to know me, they'll hear my words. I'm not just a face on Facebook. But what needs to happen? I mean, does it sound like I'm seeing, yes, New World Order, we need to control the population? Well, maybe it does. Maybe it does sound like that. But that's not what I'm saying. I mean, yes, every being of any species, has to have some kind of population control. Well, mammals anyway. Those that are land walkers here like us. See, every once in a while there's the Bluegrass Army Depot over in Richmond, and they store a whole bunch of sarin gas and a bunch of different munitions, and then they developed a facility by which to dismantle all of this, and it's chain link. It's restricted area. It's our little area, one of our little Area 51s, so to speak. Which actually, it's interesting. Allegedly, and yes, they do. They have dug into the ground. There are some underground things more